You know the guy. Everyone knows the guy. Pulls up in a Range Rover, black on black, gets out slow enough for you to notice. Doesn't say anything about the car, because he doesn't have to. Here's what you don't know. There's a decent chance that car isn't his. Not owned his. Not paid off and sitting in a garage his. In the segment of the market where these vehicles live, call it the $100,000 and up bracket, only about 1 in 11 buyers actually pays cash. The rest are financing it or leasing it, which is a word for renting that lets you use the word my. Nearly a third of them lease outright. At some brands, Bentley, for one, an executive there said it himself, on the record, almost half of the cars driving around wearing that badge were never bought. They're on loan, in the most literal sense, at somewhere around $2,200 a month for about 4.5 years, and then the car goes back. Goes back. Sit with that for a second. The car goes back. So, okay, start smaller. Forget the car, because the car isn't even the strange part. The strange part is what happens once you scale this instinct down to a purchase size that doesn't need a dealership at all. There's a category of loan now. The industry calls it pay in 4. You've seen the button at checkout. You've probably clicked it. Where the average loan size, and this is from the agency that actually regulates lending in this country, not a marketing deck, is $135. $135 is not a car. It's not even furniture most of the time. It's a jacket, a skincare set, concert tickets, something you could, if you were being honest with yourself, just save up for about a week. But the same 6 lenders that report this data originated 335 million of these loans. Just these 6, just the ones anyone can measure. And the users who take them don't take one. They average 6 and a bit per year per lender. Which means somebody out there is running an entire spending pattern through a system built to disguise $135 as nothing at all. Here's the mechanism, and it's not complicated once you say it out loud. The visible economy, the car, the jacket, the trip you posted from, has been quietly re-engineered to separate the size of a purchase from the size of the sacrifice it requires. You're not buying the thing. You're buying the monthly shape of the thing. And the monthly shape of almost anything looks affordable, because monthly shapes are designed to. Which would be fine, honestly, mostly fine, if it stopped there. If this was just a story about how rich people rent their cars, and that's it, you learned a fun fact, move on. It doesn't stop there. Because underneath all of this, underneath the leased Range Rovers and the $135 jackets, 63%. That's the number. 63% of American adults, according to the Federal Reserve's own household survey, could cover a sudden $400 expense using cash or something close to it. Which means 37% could not. More than a third of the adult population is one flat tire away from borrowing. And that number hasn't moved. Hasn't moved in years. So hold both of those numbers at once. $2,200 a month leased for a car that isn't yours, and $400 unmet for an emergency that is. That's not 2 different economies. That's the same economy wearing 2 different outfits depending on who's asking. There's an animal version of this. Actually, nature got here first. Certain harmless species evolved to look like something dangerous. Same colors, same pattern, none of the venom. It costs the mimic almost nothing to look the part, and it works. Mostly because predators don't stop to check credentials. They just see the pattern and back off. That's the whole trick. Nobody's checking credentials. Nobody at the dinner asks to see your lease agreement. And the late payments are already climbing. One industry tracker put it at 41% of these small loans going late at least once last year, up from 34% the year before. And this spring, the agency that used to require these lenders to offer the same dispute protections as a credit card stopped requiring that. Quietly. No press conference. Just one day, the protection wasn't there. So here's where this actually leaves you. Not with a lesson, not with a 5-step plan to stop buying jackets on installment. Just this. The next time you clock somebody's car or their bag or the trip they just landed from, you're not looking at what they have. You're looking at what they're currently able to keep paying for on a schedule someone else designed for exactly as long as they can keep making it look effortless. And you have absolutely no way of knowing, from where you're standing, how close to the end of that schedule they are.